Hi everyone, I am so excited for our video today because I have some new products from Lisa Eldridge. Yay! So if you're a fan of Lisa, you would have known that she released new products into the market this past weekend, and they are eyeliners. So I have a few eyeliners here with me and some that we'll be discussing as we go through the video. So I'm actually glad that I got new eyeliners because I have just decluttered some of my eyeliners, and I have actually a few eyeliners that I wanted to purchase that's on my notes, and one of them was actually the new eyeliners from Laura Mercier, but unfortunately they have not been stocked here yet in the Philippines, which is quite a surprise. But then again, because that didn't happen and Lisa released her new eyeliners, then these products actually jumped on top of my to buy list, and I have them with me today, which is actually quite a surprise because I bought this as soon as it was launched. So that was it a Thursday or a Friday? Well, anyway, so it was on the launch date, and I received this yesterday, which was a Monday, and I'm doing this video on a Tuesday. So I'm actually quite surprised on how fast these products from her actually arrived in my doorstep. So kudos to you, Lisa, and to your delivery team, by the way. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is we'll be unboxing this together. Well, I just love unboxing because it's one of the pleasures that I have enjoyed now. Anyway, so let's unbox this together. Sounds so satisfying. And let us open the lid, and here they are. Okay, so these are the eyeliners. I bought one of her Gloss Embrace, and I also have one of her Liquid Lurex eyeshadow. So I'll get into that later. And I also have one of her foundation cards because I want to try out some of her lighter shades. And they also gave me a freebie, which is again a skin enhancing and treatment cleanser in a sachet, which I love because I keep this in my kit all the time. And by the way, I do apologize if the lighting is changing, and the main reason why is because I love shooting under natural light, but unfortunately today it suddenly turned cloudy. But I do have some artificial light on, and I hope that it's giving us ample lighting for our video today. So that's the main reason why, and I apologize for that in advance. Okay, so anywho, let's talk about Lisa's new products, and it is her eyeliner. So she calls this her Seamless Glide Eye Pencil. So her keyword in all of her products is the word seamless, and I think she's been using that word for a very long time if we've been watching her videos for years. Anyway, so her eye pencils come in her typical cardboard packaging, which is in white, and you also have this Lisa Eldridge logo here in the front. Now at the back of each of the packaging is where you would get the ingredients list, but it's actually just too small to read. So if you want to know more about her ingredients, it's on her website, so I'm going to put that down on the description box. Now Lisa's Seamless Glide eye pencils come in a black pencil packaging, so which is actually quite a surprise for me because I wasn't expecting the eye pencils to come in this color, because if we take a look back at most of the products that Lisa has released into the market, the color palette is always in white or gold. So this is actually quite a very surprising color choice, but then again it's very apt because after all it's an eyeliner pencil. And also one other thing, her lip liners come in gold, and the packaging are very similar. There are few differences, but to the naked eye they look almost the same. So if the eyeliner pencils were also in gold or any light color, it would be very difficult to differentiate which is which. And speaking of color, I am actually quite happy to see that there are actually color markers here at the base of the pencil, but I just wish that there was a white border maybe for the color markers so that I can clearly see which is which, because if I have multiple colors of these eyeliners on my pouch or on my canister, I can't just pick up the color that I need the same way that I would pick up a lip liner, because the lip liner, it has a very nice pop of color here at the base, so I know in an instant which is which. But with this one, I would really have to pick up each of the pencils and to really check out which eye pencil that I actually need for that day. Especially here, if I'm looking at it from in front of the light, I can't see the color markers here. They're all black, but here in front we can see, but it just blends into the blackness of the pencil. But again, like, that's no big deal. So you just have to be very careful when you pick these up from your canisters. And also one other thing, they don't come with a sharpener. Unlike some eyeliners in the market, there are some bases here that pop out. And you can actually use that to sharpen the tips of the eyeliners. So you actually need a sharpener to actually keep the tips in a sharpened condition, okay? All right, so that's the main observations that I have with these eyeliner pencils in terms of packaging. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be trying out these pencils one by one. So the first color that we'll be trying out is the color Black Treacle. Now, I did really had to Google the word treacle because I have not heard that before. And I was actually quite surprised to find out that it's actually about molasses. So it's a much more deeper tone of molasses. So I was actually very surprised by that. But anywho, so let's try and swatch this on my arm to see how it looks like. Okay. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, so I'm a little bit at loss for words at the moment to describe that sensation, or seeing how this pencil just seamlessly glided onto my skin. It was like a fluid kind of a product, which I was very surprised. And it's actually very smooth, and I'm actually quite surprised on how much pigment it actually applied on my skin with such a very small amount of pressure. Because if I just added more pressure, it's more intense, which is actually quite interesting. And I have not experienced this kind of an eyeliner pencil before, because usually when you're using gel eyeliners or some eyeliner pencils with waxy formulas, they don't glide like this, not on my arm or not on my eyes. So this one is incredibly smooth and it doesn't look patchy at all. So I'm actually very surprised. It's like having a liquid eyeliner but in pencil form. So in doing this activity alone, in just watching it for the first time, if you are someone who has difficulty working with eyeliner pencils, these types of products, this is going to be a very easy product for you to use. Amazing. Okay, so let's try the next color, and this is called Burnt Umber. And I believe this is the one that has a very warm tone to it. Look at that. It really is like a liquid eyeliner of sorts. But I'm just so glad that this is in kohl form, because kohl eyeliners are the only ones that I like to apply on the waterline. Very beautiful color. Again, no patchiness whatsoever. All right, and the next color that we're going to be trying is the color Night Forest. And this one has the one with green and blue tones in it. Oh, look at that. It's a very moody green. The blue pearl in it is not that obvious. And this one has more sparkles in it in comparison to Black Treacle and Burnt Umber. Okay, that's a very nice color. Again, a nice application on the skin. Okay, and the final color that we have here is called Renaissance Gold. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, so let me just swatch the color here. Amazing color. Again, it's a very nice moody golden tone, and it has more sparkle in it in comparison to Night Forest. So this is a very nice playful color, and I think you can use this to enhance your waterline, especially if you're someone who doesn't like to use very intense eyeliner colors on the eyes. Okay, so I'm just gonna let the swatches dry out for a bit here on my arm, and let's try to see a little bit later how well they will actually set. And what we're going to be doing at this point is we're going to be trying out these eyeliners one by one on our eyes. So the first color that I would like to try is the color called Black Treacle, of course, because this is the color that most people are going to buy and add into their kit. Okay, so I'm just going to lightly add a hint of color here on my lash line. Okay, so it's actually very soft. It's actually very easy to apply, and it glides very nicely on our eyelids. Now, the tip of the eye pencil is actually very soft, and it feels very comfortable on the eyelids. And if you're layering in the color, it doesn't appear patchy. So unlike some of my experiences with other eyeliner pencils before, like, as soon as you start, like, trying to add more intensity, or if you're just laying the color, some drop down actually already happens, and you don't get that with this eyeliner at all. So that in itself is actually quite good. So it's actually very easy and very simple to build the color and to actually apply it on the eyelid. Very interesting. So let me just get a brush here and let me try to just, straighten out the edges here, because this would just really help to make it look more like, graphic to a certain degree. Now, according to Lisa, when she released the video for these products, you actually get 40 seconds of playtime before the eyeliner actually sets. So make sure that when you're using these products, do one eye at a time, okay? Okay, so this is how the eyeliner looks like applied on my upper lash line. Very nice, intense color. That was actually also very easy. Can't believe that. Nice color application, very even. Again, very easy to apply and to blend out. Okay, so let me try to create a much more graphic eye look for us today. So I'm just gonna keep quiet now. Okay, not bad at all. That was easy. So let me just clean out the edges, because that's one thing that's very actually difficult to do when you have, like, hooded eyes. Creating, like, graphic eyeliners are actually very difficult to do. As you guys can see here on the side, it looks crooked, but when I look at you by the front, I have this very nice, like, graphic eyeliner look going on. And I have to say, it was actually very easy to use the pencil, and it's actually also very easy to intensify the eye quite nicely. Amazing, look at that. So that's black treacle for us today. Okay, so let's just play around now. So I would like to use the color Burnt Umber, and I'm gonna use this maybe to line my lower waterline. Wow, look at that. Very nice color. It also feels very comfortable on my eyelids, by the way. So because I'm applying this on my lower waterline now, because based on my previous experiences with eyeliners, especially with gel eyeliners, when you start to apply them on your waterline, it feels rough, because of course of the formula of these gel types of eyeliners, because they also dry down very fast, so they leave residue at the tips of the eyeliner. But with this, it's very comfortable. It doesn't feel gritty at all, which I actually love. So if you have sensitive eyes, this is actually a great product to use for you. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm just adding some of the Burnt Umber into my upper waterline here. Wow, look at that. Nice intensity. I love it. Very nice color, and it's making my eye color pop out already. So this very warm tone brown is a color that I don't have in my kit at the moment, and I'm actually liking how it works with my eye color. It's making my eye color really come out very nicely. So let me just drag a little bit of the color here on the base of my lashes. Again, it's actually very easy to add color, and you can just be very playful with this actually. So let me just spread this a little bit here on my lower waterline and more lower lash line. Ooh, look how smoky it became. Okay, so let me just buff out the edges here. Okay, not too much, because I have a graphic eye here, so I don't want to drag down my eye a little bit. But then again, it's very easy to actually use this eyeliner product. Okay, so I'm just playing around with the eyeliner here, and I'm gonna add a little bit of this burnt umber now on top of my black treacle eyeliner here, and I'm just gonna get a eyeshadow brush, and I'm just gonna buff it. Oh wow, nice color, blends effortlessly. I was looking for the pencil, and then I just had some trouble finding the color burnt umber. So I'm just gonna add more of the color here at the outer V portion of my eyelid, and I'm just gonna blend this. Just intensifying the graphic nature of my eyes. It's actually very easy to blend it out, like remarkably. It almost acts like it's a eyeshadow stick. It's actually quite surprising for me, because even if I added the color burnt umber on top of the black eyeliner, I don't see the black eyeliner smudging. So the thing that I have learned with this activity is that once the eyeliner sets, it will not budge. Well, of course, I'm being very careful as well on where I am actually buffing out the eyeliner color. But so far, it's actually not moving the black eyeliner, which I actually appreciate. That's actually very pretty. So let me get the color Renaissance Gold, and let me just apply that here in the inner corner, as a highlighter of sorts. And let me also drag that well into the eyelid. And with the same brush that I use for the burnt umber, I'm going to use this to blend it out. Wow. So even with these three colors alone, you can already create this very nice smoky eye look that is perfect for the incoming fall and winter season. And mind you, I did not use any eye base for our activity today. So these eyeliners do set very nicely on the eyes. Look at that. How cool is that? Again, I only used 3 colors on the eye right now. Okay, so let's go to this eye, and I would like to use this very nice color called, I think I bumped the tip here onto the cap, so just be very careful, because the tips of the eyeliners are very, very soft. Okay, so let me just sharpen the tip again. Okay, and I'm just gonna use this all over my eye here, and I'm gonna apply it in a smoky kind of an effect, and then I'm just going to be buffing it out and creating this very smoky eye look. Wow, it's actually very easy. That's a very nice greenish color. Let me get a blending brush. Hang on. Okay, let me just buff out the edges here. Okay, I'm just gonna intensify my upper lash line a bit. Ooh, look at that. Amazing color. Amazing blendability. This is a very fail-safe product. I'm actually quite amazed on how even the pigmentation is, because even with some eyeliners, or even with some eyeshadow sticks, as soon as you start layering them, the eyeshadows start to become quite patchy, because the product just clings to each other, and when they dry down, it actually becomes a little bit difficult to play around with them. So sometimes when you add a layer on top of each other, it becomes muddy and patchy and uneven. But with this eyeliner products from Lisa, it's actually very easy to layer the colors and also to add intensity. So I'm just adding a little bit of that here. Oops. I overdid it. Hang on, let me get a Q-tip and let me just remove that. Amazing. And I'm just going to blend that color out. Now, the main reason why I was so attracted to this color called Night Forest is because green is not usually one of the colors that I play around with much. But I love that the cool tones of this, very smoky and sooty green eyeliner is making my eye color pop out as well. I love it. Okay, so let me line my lower waterline with this. Now I'm gonna clean out the edges a little bit. And I'm happy to say that with just some micellar water and a Q-tip, it can also help you to like, you know, manipulate the eyeliner look quite nicely. Okay, let me just add a little bit more here just to straighten things out. So again, make sure when you are doing eyeliner looks like this, you have to be looking straight into your mirror. If you are not looking straight into the mirror, it's going to be very difficult for you to create lift in your eyes. Let me add some of the black treacle now. I'm just playing around, okay? And I'm gonna be applying some of that color here on my upper lash line. I'm not being very precise with it. I'm just, you know, dotting it along. Okay, I'm gonna blend that black treacle now into the Night Forest eyeliner. It's intensifying the sootiness of the Night Forest eyeliner. And with whatever is left on the brush here, I'm just going to blend out the edges. Okay, let me just buff everything now just to blend everything further. I can't believe I was able to create this very nice sooty smoky eye look using eyeliners only. Okay, so let me get this color called Renaissance Gold, and I'm just going to add that here into the inner corners. I know it's counterintuitive, but it has very nice, like, you know, golden shimmers on it, and that can be very helpful to add some sparkle and drama here while maintaining this very nice sooty eye makeup look. Alright, so let me just clean up my under eye area now, and I'm just using some micellar water. And the main reason why is because I'm actually seeing some fallout, which is, like, you know, normal, because when you are actually, like, you know, buffing out products on the eyes, they will always cause fallout. But I'm happy to say though that I did not have as much fallout that I was expecting to experience using these products, because like usually when you're, like, you know, applying, like, you know, layers and layers of, like, you know, eyeliner on your eye and you start buffing it, they always start to crumble, and, like, you know, you always get a ton of fallout here in the under eye area. So, and that's also the main reason why I did not use any foundation or, like, you know, under eye concealer when we're doing this video today, because it's going to be useless anyway. And also one other thing that I have noticed with the Seamless Glide eye pencils from Lisa, the integrity of these products are amazing, because, like, you know, as I've said, I have been buffing and layering these eye pencils on my eyelids for minutes now, and, like, you know, it has remained even. There's no patchiness at all, and I don't see any, like, you know, crumbling of the product. And, like, you know, it almost acts like it's a, like, you know, eyeshadow stick, but, like, you know, it's just more intense, and I really love it. The look is amazing, so I'm actually very surprised on how these eyeliner pencils from Lisa did actually perform with me today. Amazing. So good. So I really just hope that we have more colors in the future, maybe like a very nice, like, you know, moody blue, please. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a hint of concealer in my under eye area, just so that we can see how well these, like, you know, eyeliner pencils look once we have, like, you know, some even skin in our under eye area. Okay, so this is how the products look like when I have applied some concealer in my under eye area. It just really helps to make everything pop. Amazing, I love it. Again, I can't believe I was able to create this very smoky eye look for us today. Amazing. Alright, so before I close out this video, I'm going to show you guys the two other products that I got. So as I said earlier, I got a liquid Lurex eyeshadow, and I got it in the shade Zora. So I have been wanting to get this for quite some time, and it has been relatively out of stock on her website. But, like, you know, when I was perusing through her website before I actually checked out, I saw that this was in stock, and I decided to get it. And it's actually a very nice, like, you know, brownie shade. And it has, like, a very nice, like, you know, it's like chocolatey, so it has a hint of, like, you know, like, I think purple in it, which just adds some depth into this eyeshadow, and I really love this color. So I'm actually very happy that I was able to get it right now. The other product that I got is her Gloss Embrace in Charm. So this is a very nice, like, you know, pinky shade to it. So it's not as vibrant as the Gloss Embrace called Delilah. And as you guys can see here, it is a very nice, like, you know, very poppy pink kind of a color. And the reason why I decided to get this is because I am, like, you know, working now with an actress who has dry lips, and she usually likes to use, like, you know, lip oils or like, you know, glosses when she's at work, because she doesn't like the dryness that she feels when she's using, like, you know, matte lipsticks, things like that. So I decided to get this because this is a very nice playful color as well, and it has a very nice, like, you know, pinky tone, which just adds a very nice, like, you know, hint of color into the lips, which I actually love. Look at that. Pairs very well as well with the smoky eye look that we did today. Alright, so that's my vlog for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed me showing you, getting to know Lisa's Seamless Glide eye pencils. I enjoyed them immensely, and I have to say they actually work very well with my makeup sentiments, and I'm actually glad that I decided to get them today. So yeah, so if you have any more questions about my experience with this, please let me know down in the description box, and then let's have a conversation about it. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna let you guys go now because I think it's going to rain, and I'm just so glad that I was able to make it through this video without, like, you know, the rain coming down. Anywho, so I'm gonna let you guys go now. Thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you're having a good day wherever you are. Bye. Oh, and PS, this is the smudge test. But by the way, let me say that my fingers is a little bit oily right now because I have oily skin, and my arm is a little bit sweaty as well. So that might be detrimental to this smudge test. But let's try it anyway. And I'm going to start with this. Okay. All right. Alright, so as you guys can see, they all smudged. So I guess my oily skin has something to do with it, and also with the fact that I live in a very humid climate. And if you live in a humid climate, nothing really sticks to your skin or even to your eyes. But then again, as you guys can see, there's still good pigmentation even after the smudging. There's still good product integrity, and that is the thing that matters most to me. So even with this one, I'm sure if I'm going to swatch the black dot here, the thickest one, it's still going to smudge. But again, it's still color true, and it has stayed relatively in good condition.